All right, shalom, shalom. I want to start off, of course, giving all honor, praise, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Kakadash. Double one to the elder apostle, Craig Millstone, Google, Teach Well. Shalom to everybody tuning in, listening, and learning, and just getting right into it. Um, you know, lesson, just dealing with, how Israel just constantly, turning back on the Lord and, trusting idols and trusting captivity, rather than trusting the Lord, man. You know, starting off, this is the book of Psalms, 106, and verse 33. It says, because they provoked his spirit, dealing with the Lord, constant provoking of Yahweh Shema Shah by turning the turning of the back, It says, so that he spake unvicely with his lips, right? Let's read it in NLT. It says, they made Moses angry and he spoke foolishly, all right? It says verse 34, it says, in the KJV, it says, they did not destroy the nations concerning whom the Lord commanded them, but were mingled among the heathen in the Lord and learned their works and constant time at a time. You know what I'm saying? You always had, the prophets that rose up, or righteous men that the Lord rose up, to be leaders. But then you had the nation of Israel, that didn't follow after the words of their leaders, and that's why I said that Moses, he well, he said that he spake unadvisedly with his lips, because it was almost like it was like everything that he was saying was going in one ear and out the other, dealing with the nation of Israel, and it's the same thing today. We speak to our people, and it's just like, okay, I hear it, but it's like there's no action, there's no foot being put forth to the action concerning the judgment that we speak of, man. What you ought to do, to fear the Lord, but that's going to come to an end. Ain't going to be no more, you know, um, you know, um, telling the nation of Israel, how they should act and what they should do, concerning the Lord. This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 8 and verse 11. Let's start at verse 9. Oh, actually, yeah, start at verse 10. It says, for this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord. I will put my laws into their mind and write them in their hearts, right? Because we're going to get those immortal bodies in which the Lord is going to put, his the things that he constantly pressing Israel to do. Don't eat abominable foods. Stop committing adultery against your brother. Stop stealing from your brother. Stop murdering. These are the qualities of the heathens, the devils, the ones that wasn't given these laws, but they was given to us, and we forsake the Lord, and we don't acknowledge, or we don't embrace what the Lord gifted the nation of Israel, man. Right? Because when you go to the book of Amos, right? Let's go real quick. We're gonna go back to that, but this is the Amos chapter 3 and verse 1. It says, hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, right? Specifically, O children of Israel, right? Specifically, the children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all of the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities, right? So the Lord is punishing us, and He gave this word to us, man, right? So Jake is, constantly rebellious against Yahweh Shema Shah. This is the book of Zechariah chapter 7 and verse 10. It says, and oppress not the widow, nor the fatherless. Let's go to verse 9. It says, thus speaketh the Lord of hosts, saying, execute true judgment and shew mercy and compassions every man to his brother. Right. That's what we teach. You got to show love to your brother. How, and that starts with the love of Yahweh Shemiel Shah, which is, the keeping of the commandments, which we do trying to do this to the best of our ability. But Jake ain't. For the most part, Jake ain't trying to do it to the best of our ability. He can care less about doing that at all. It says, and oppress not the widow, nor the fatherless, right? The stranger, nor the poor, and let none of you imagine evil against his brother in your heart. Which this is the things that Jake constantly do, because you got these famous, Israelites that become famous from the will of Esau, and they get all proud and they start to do what Esau do, oppress their own people, man. But it says, but they refuse to hearken and put away the shoulder, right? So the Lord told them to stop doing all these things, stop oppressing your brother, stop, doing this, stop doing that, commit adultery, so forth and so on. But what they do, it says, but they refuse to hearken and put away the shoulder and stop their ears that they should not hear, right? And that's what Jake constantly do, even up to this day, right? Stopping the ear, putting forth both of their hands to cover their ears whenever the prophecies come out. Because of this, or because it's that, or because it's negative, or because, well, really we ain't doing nothing but prophesying, speaking the words of the Lord, man. It says, yeah, they made their hearts as an adamant stone, lest they should hear the law. And right, so they hardened their hearts, man. And the words which was the Lord of hosts have sent, and his spirit by the former prophets. Therefore came right in his spirit by the former prophets, because the prophets is the Lord's mouthpiece, right? It says, therefore came a great wrath from the Lord of hosts, and it's the same thing today, man. The Lord is going to send great wrath for the sake of them not hearkening to his word, man. The scripture talk about how if all Israel will come together and fear the Lord, then the Lord will deliver. But it's prophesied for 1/3 of the nation of Israel to come up out of this Babylonian mindset, this American mindset, and come into the fear of the Lord and get delivered, and 2/3 to burn in that lake of fire. But this is back to the book of Hebrews, chapter 8 and verse 10. It says, "For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord. I will put my laws into their mind and write them in their hearts, and I will be to them a power, and they shall be to me a people." So, the nation of Israel is going to get it either way, because the Lord is going to change our bodies. But some is going to get it through salvation, and some is going to get it through judgment. This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 8 and verse 11. It says, and they shall not, and this is the point, it says, and they shall not teach every man his neighbor. So it's going to come a point of time to we're not going to teach. We're not going to have to teach, because, the nation of Israel is going to have it in them, which is the perfect thing for the Lord to do for the nation of Israel, because time and time again, the nation of Israel has been rebellious against what Yahweh Shemiel Shah has taught them and has told them to do and commanded them to do. Right? It says, and every man his brother, saying, know the Lord, for all shall know me. Right? Because it's going to come a point in time to where the name of the Lord is going to be rampant on the earth. Unlike how it is now under Esau's Edom rulership, where he doesn't want a tad bit of the name of the Lord coming out to the four corners of the earth. Right? The scripture said that the name of the Lord is dreadful to the heathen. So while the heathen are in power, especially dealing with the Esau Edom, who's ransacked the temple time and time again, and is getting ready to ransack this third temple, which is, we don't have a physical temple in this timeline. It's dealing with the temple now is dealing with our bodies, which we giving up to the Lord as a sacrifice for us to be able to do the will of the Lord, prophesy. But he's going to come up against that temple, the church of Yahweh Shemiel Shah, where the truth is, the Spirit of the Lord is coming out of, man. But for the last time, because once again, the Lord is going he's going to make his name known on the earth. All right, this is the book of Zechariah chapter 14 and verse 9. It says, "And the Lord Yahweh Bahashemi Yahushai shall be king over all the earth," right, under the rulership of Yahweh Shai, dealing with the and also the house of David, Yahweh Shai and King David and the elect, that's the starting, heads that's going to be the upcoming rulers of the kingdom to come. It says, "And the Lord shall be king over all the earth, and that day shall there be one Lord, and his name one." Right. So it ain't gonna be all of these different idols that Jake just continuously worshiping over and over and over again. Worshiping idols of wood and stone, like Deuteronomy chapter 28. It's gonna be one power, and that's gonna be enforced on the earth. Right. Anybody who coming up against the name of the Lord, how about that one God, with any idols or idols of wood and stone, you know what I'm saying, that have no might or no power or can't even speak, like the scriptures say, they're going to be put to death, man. Because the Lord is going to take rulership, right? But let's go back to that Psalms 106 and verse 35. 34, it says, "They did not destroy the nations concerning whom the Lord commanded them," right? Because time in ancient times, the Lord commanded the nation of Israel, to destroy the nations. That's how close the Lord was with us. What I'm saying, to the point to where He allowed us to conquer nations, man. And we coming back into that time. But this time, once again, the Lord is going to put His laws in our inward parts. We're not going to be able to run up on the nations and then, when the Lord told us to destroy them, don't leave none that breathe in the city. You know what I'm saying? Not men or children or whatever. But then Jacob end up, going and grabbing their idols and worshiping their idols, man. Ain't gonna be none of that. The Lord, when the Lord tell us to do something, it's already gonna be in us. But verse 35, it says, "But were mingled among the heathen and learned their works." Right. So when the Lord sent these Israelites to go and destroy all of these heathens, they were supposed to do exactly what the Lord said. But what they go do? Ran up in there and fucking went off and started worshiping their idols. I'm reading the NLT. It says, "Instead they mingled among the pagans and adopted their evil customs. They worshiped their idols, which led to their downfall. They even sacrificed their sons and their daughters to the demons. They shed innocent blood, the blood of their sons and daughters, by sacrificing them to idols of Canaan, and they polluted the land with murder." Right, and Jacob, constantly just went off, man, on everything that the Lord told him to do, against everything that the Lord told him to do. Coming up against men that the Lord sent forth to be leaders, But it's going to come into that, man. The Lord's about to put those laws on our inward parts. But for the sake of time, I got to close it right here. But, might end up doing part 2 with the Spirit of Lord. But Lord's willing, it's edifying. Want to close out by giving our honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Kakadat, Shalom. To that song.